Hello everyone, my name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. White Stripes time again. I want to get chucking into some White Stripes, and this will put me about halfway through the White Stripes now. This is the White Stripes' third album, White Blood Cells. This is the first album where I really kind of start... When I first got into the White Stripes, I wasn't huge into the first two albums. I got into the White Stripes like everybody else did. I got into it with the Elephant album. Anybody that tells you're in the White Stripes before that, even me who lives next to Detroit, where the White Stripes blew up, I knew them. This was the first album I heard anything from. Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground and Fell in Love with a Girl. They actually got video play here in Canada, so I knew about them a little bit, but not much. It's like I said, like everybody else, it was Elephant where I got into the White Stripes, like everybody else did. Went back to the first two albums. I've done the reviews for those two albums. Not overly big on those first two albums. Even now, I don't mind them. There's a few tracks I really enjoy, but I'm not huge on them. This album's the one where I finally first start getting really into the White Stripes. First off, the album's out with Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground, man. This one's big, thick, heavy, and gnarly, especially for, the White Stripes being basically two guys. Or two people, sorry. I really love Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground. This is one of those songs I still put on to this day. I still enjoy it. I still love cranking and turning it up, and it's great. Big, thick, just dirty. It's everything that is Detroit rock to me, Then we go into Hotel Yorba. This is a complete flip from where we just were. I mean, we're talking big, gnarly, electric, dirty, heavy, everything you want out to. We're now into this complete, cute, acoustic, kind of fun, loving kind of song. And it's really nice. It's a great juxtaposition between the two. I really enjoy it. Hotel Yorba is not one of those songs I'm huge on, but it really works here in this album. I'm finding it harder to be a gentleman. That's one of those songs that you really enjoy it when the album's playing. It's really cool. When the album's not playing, you kind of go, oh, all right, well, whatever. Fell in Love with a Girl. As a guy who both loves Lego and, White Stripes, Fell in Love with a Girl was a great video for me, man. I absolutely dug on that video the first time I saw it, man. It was just so cool. So much fun. White Stripes always did great, fun videos, too. Because even the video for Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground, I thought was really cool. And I've used elements of it myself. But I didn't take the inspiration from Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground. I used elements of it, taking the inspiration from other places. Probably the same places that they took it from. Anyways, moving along. Fell in Love with a Girl, great, high speed, good energy kind of song. Love it. Expecting, great song when I'm listening to the album. One of those songs I forget about when I'm not listening to the album, unfortunately, but it really is a good song. Little Room, 50 seconds, cute little ditty. I believe it is the shortest track on this album. I have a hard time considering it an actual song because of how short it is, but yes, it is actually a song, and it's fun. It's a great little thrower in there. And then we get the Union Forever. This one gets trippy. This one's definitely Detroit garage rock with that psychedelic experimental kind of side to it. What I would call Alice Cooper's first couple albums. The Same Boy You've Always Known. I don't think of this one when the album's not playing. We're Going to Be Friends. Same thing there. Offend in Every Way. Really decent tune. It's one of those ones I never think of on my own and I never quite remember on my own. I Think I Smell a Rat. I like this one. I think I smell a rat. Ba, 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 ba. I think I smell a rat. Ba, 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 ba. It's just a fun, good tune. Aluminum follows that out. This one's trippy. Aluminum is actually kind of fun and experimental. I really kind of like the way they play with it and have a little fun with it. It gives a really kind of an Aluminum kind of vibe. I Can't Wait. Not too bad. Not one way or the other really with that. Now Mary. This one would definitely have some fans. I'm not one of them. And this one is definitely more of, I think, what Jack was always going to lean towards when it came to going solo. I Can Learn follows that up, which is enjoyable while it's playing. And then the last song on the album is This Protector, which I think closes out the album great. Jack White is always really good about closing out his albums for the most part. Like the first album, he finishes with I Fought Piranhas, which I think was a good closer to the album. The second album closes out Your Southern Can Is Mine, and that is the only one that I'm kind of iffy about. Because then after that, you got, like I said on here, This Protector, which I thought was a great close to the album. Um, then you got Elephant with closing out with It's True That We Love One Another, which is fun and playful, but it's a great way to close out the album. Get Behind Me, Satan. I'm Lonely, but I Ain't That Lonely Yet. Another great way to close out the album. Icky Thump has Effect and Cause. Another cool tune for closing out an album. Although Effect and Cause is the only other one I think that slips a little bit like Your Southern Can Is Mine. But anyways, folks, those are my thoughts. Those are my views. Those are my opinions. This is me talking about White Blood Cells. Now, I know I blew through this album rather fast, but the truth is the songs on this album are pretty quick. There's 16 tracks. You blow through them really quick. And it is enjoyable from beginning to end, but it's not an album I go out of my way to listen to all the time. Realistically, when it comes to the White Stripes, Elephant is still my favorite go-to album. But those are just my thoughts, my views, my opinions. Let me know what you think. That is what the comment section is for. Let me know what you think down there. On your way down, you will see a link to Patreon. That'll take you to my Patreon, where you can either subscribe and get access to cool stuff when I release it, like original music from Project Zero Hour Prototype, or you could just throw me some money that way. Either way, I'm cool. If you are on Rumble, there is the join and follow button. On YouTube, the like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. Locals has buttons as well, but I really should get around to doing something with that so I can stop just doing this as a joke at the end of every episode. Okay, folks. Peace. Love. Take care.